Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPratt. My name's Kenan, the producer of the show. Now, tonight's title, University. Um, well, I've got a thought to share on that, but first, a quick piece of housekeeping. For anyone who's out there joining us for the very first time, be sure to say something in the chat so I know you're here. In fact, everyone who's out there watching the show, be sure to say something. And just know the first time, of course, readings are always free. Going forward after that, it's $10 per reading, or you can pay $100 and cover one card per show for the entire month, and that's 3 shows per week. Normally Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Arizona time. Now, just to share a piece of my personal experience with the title tonight, University. This universe that we're in here together is a course of learning, and we all have our own individual experience with that. And from class to class, the lessons can vary drastically. So just know that everything is a practice, and we do the best we can with what we have. And going forward, you know, just to remind everybody to breathe. That's the best advice I can I can give. Right? We can breathe through just about anything, and yeah, I'll turn it over to Christopher to the night for the readings. Thanks for listening to me here. Enjoy the show.
Great blessings to you all. Happy Sunday night. I want to light this incense to give you more trust, less defense, more trust. You live in the universe city. This goes out to just simply let go and trust. So Tiffany's on the show. Welcome, everyone, by the way. Tiffany and I met, I don't know, gosh, almost been 20 years, right, Tiffany? Around 2007. And we both worked at a university, and we both still do. She's a doctor now, though. So I think any of you that have been to college or that have been to an advanced learning beyond high school of any kind, you might understand this university. How, if you look back, how is it that you got through school? And I really gave this some thought. Is there were times I was panicked over the class. And then I had to remind myself, I've got to just chunk this down, do it one lesson at a time, one day at a time. And I knew if there were subjects that I needed a little extra help with, I would have to spend more time. And I love Kenan's analogy that this is the universe. And after we started the show, I'm thinking, oh, we should have titled this show Earth Degree. And I want to tell you this, you're all getting pretty much straight A's on this Earth Degree thing. Some of us might have a C plus, maybe even a B, some close to a D, but you know what? We're passing. We're here. And when my mom passed away, Kenan was maybe 6 years old. Maybe 4. Anyway, I was taking a plane trip up to Idaho from Phoenix, and he brought out a graduation card. Oh no, this was Yes, this was after my mom passed. He wanted me to give it to my mom, his grandmother, and wish her happy graduation. So those that are no longer with us, like my parents, maybe some of your parents, friends, loved ones, happy graduation. They got their Earth degree. We're still getting ours. And that's what I wanted to share with you is this group card tonight. Let's show the group card. These are called Lemurian seed codes. This civilization, this place, this university that we live, there were many, 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 many others that came before and graduated with top honors. They lived and then they graduated. And some of them, as alumni, are still around. Very much so. This alumni, or let's call them tutors, are with us. We're never, ever alone. So be free of looking at the entire class and going, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to pass this. No. Bring it back down. Bring it back down. Chunk it down. One day at a time. One lesson at a time. It's how you got through your degree here on Earth, or in your class, in your school. It's how you get by with being here and finally graduating. That's how we get by. So I just wanted to give you this idea. And also, I'd like you to think about when these readings occur, it's about clearing the energy around them. So, I love Tiffany, this text you sent me the other day. It had to do with after I did the reading, and I was saying something about be free of the fear, say yes, and because something was coming up that you had never done before. And as an advisor at a university, all of these students, most of them that are thinking about college have never been to college before. So there's this fear of, I've never done that before. Well, I get this text from you that says, just a few days after that reading, so a position opening for the Director of Academic Compliance was just posted and presented to me. My first response, fear. But then you quote, never done that before. So I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of you for stepping into it. That these opportunities come to us, we don't know how we're going to do them. But it's an opportunity to expand. It's an opportunity to get a concentration added on to our degree. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Sonia, I see you are up first. First of all, Sonia, you're doing really well with your lessons. Sometimes it gets a little confusing, but you'll get it. You've got tutors. This is the seer card. And it looks like so the seer is, in any ancient culture, was someone who could see what was coming, or a foreseer, to be able to foresee events or foresee circumstances. And that it's okay. You're prepped. You're ready for it. You've been preparing for this. And the other thing I get with this for you, Sonia, is see her. So it's looking back on your grandmother, your mother, and some of the things that they went through. Even if maybe as you as a child, you didn't understand what was happening with them or for them, but they're telling you that they're with you, but to see her, which means look at what they overcame. It's almost like your mother saying, look at what your grandmother had to overcome. And she did fine. She graduated. Because in the end, it all doesn't really matter. Other than, like, I don't remember what I was studying in 2009 or what class I took or what lessons I learned in that particular class. But it was what I became on the journey. It was what I became when I got my associate's degree, when I got my bachelor's, when I got my master's. And I don't really remember. Well, do you ever remember anything you learned in high school? Prepositional phrases? I don't know. It's what you became during that journey. That's what they're wanting you to focus on. Look at what you're becoming. Look at what you're doing with your lessons. Yeah, some of them are really difficult. But Sonia, let go. Let go of, you know what? I got a D in this class. I should have gotten at least a B. And that beating up of yourself? No. You have done, Sonia, the best you could possibly do. You're passing. We're all passing until we pass. So I think that's, I want you to know, Sonia, that these people are around you. Some of them want to tell you that they got an A in life. Some of them got a D. So real quick, Sonia, what did you get in ninth grade? What was your grade in ninth grade half semester? Come on, quick. Right? Who remembers that? You passed, right? Because you got to 10th grade and then 11th. And so that's my point, is you don't, it's not about grades. It's that you're doing really well. And you're still here. We're all still here that are on the show. We've got lessons to learn. We're going to be fine. Okay. My dear Marilyn, and welcome, Sam. Welcome, Sam, for the show. I'm really glad you got to be here. Everybody welcome Sam. My dear Marilyn, so there's a reason you have a couple of kitties, a couple of cats. How well are they doing with their training? Can they fetch? How are they doing with the rollover? Can they sit? How are they doing with that jumping through hoops. I know you're training them to jump through hoops. Right? I hope you're laughing, Marilyn, because that cracks me up. Cats are, some of them can be trained, but they're very, very independent. And that's okay. It's okay for you to be independent. And this is your it's like your voice, your purpose coming up more so. You have the strength. This is the strength card, but it's also the lioness card. This is stepping into not a kitty. This is stepping into the lioness. This is stepping into the lion, strength. And I think from this article I know from this article that came out with you and Larry, and for those of you that are new on the show, Marilyn saved her husband's life with CPR. And it was written up in a major medical journal, how important like CPR is. And Marilyn, for many years, worked in hospice as a hospice nurse. And so this is you recognizing yourself as a pillar of the community and stepping into that and being recognized for that. That article is going to go on long after we're gone. People will be able to reference that. That's an example of writing. So when you look at, if we could, like Lana, when we look at your ability to write, or Marilyn, these are writing some of your stories, writing down what you've been through, and do it for your children. Because there's going to come a time in their lives they're going to need that strength. And so this is very similar to Sonia looking at her mom or her grandmother's life. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be perfect. Marilyn, write something. Just like that article told your story, that was powerful. You're not here to play small anymore.
She says her brother's wife is celebrating her birthday tomorrow.
Oh, so your brother's wife is celebrating her birthday, first time without him. I sent her the green apophyllite crystal and she just texted me that she loves it. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you for doing that. So that's an example of giving to others and the strength that you give to them. You couldn't give to them if it weren't true about yourself. I love that. Okay, Lanny, here we go. New beginnings. It's called the Fool Child. It's always a symbol of a brand new start, a brand new venture, a brand new deal. A brand new opportunity coming in. Like a brand new referral. It's that type of thing. and it's unexpected. So a lot of couples, excuse me, a lot of couples plan a child, and so they're thrilled when a child comes along. A lot of couples, Kenan was a surprise. We didn't know that he was coming along. By the way, for you, those of you who know on the show, Kenan's my son. He's the producer of the show. So it was a surprise, and it was a huge adjustment because our life was going one direction, and then all of a sudden it did 180, like completely turned ourselves around. But it's not going to turn your life around, but it is going to be a surprise, like a surprise pregnancy. Just welcome it. You know, before you had Matt and Mark, you'd never had any kids before. And you could read every book there was on raising a child. Any of the parents that are on here? Yeah. Did those books really help? Well, maybe on how to fold a diaper or wash a diaper. Yeah. But to actually raise a child, no. Totally and completely experiential. So this is trusting Lana. That experience is internal. Like it's just some instinctual. That's the word. Instinctual. It's actually instinctual for you, where you'll just know what to do. And it's this divine, it's the divine coming through to guide you. Okay. What do we have next? Hey, Tiff. Okay, here we go. All right, so Tiffany, I love this. This is the learner card. So before you start college, you have to know everything first, right? It's why a lot of people quit. It's why a lot of people quit. They quit. They even quit life because they think they have to know everything. That's the whole purpose. Is like we're all learners, and this is just opening yourself up to learning new experiences. That's why we're here. That's why we're here, is to learn these incredible new experiences. Oh, and so again, your daughter's coming through and thanking you because your grandchildren are learning from you. They watch the little things. They watch how you react. They're absorbing so much that's nonverbal. They're watching your smile. They're watching your actions. They're watching your reactions. And your daughter's just wanting to give you recognition, thanking you for teaching them. And it's not about math or English or the ABCs. It's like what is really important in life. And I don't know what this means, but she's talking about it's time for the letter. There's some information that you have, excuse me, that you have It's like written on your heart. It's almost like a letter written on your heart that you share with them. And that's what's important. That's what's important. And thank you for encouraging their abilities. That's what's really unique about what you do with them. Wow, thank you. Okay. All right, my dear Abby and Marilyn. Well, my dear Marilyn, the Sun card. As you know, if you've been on the show for a while, Sun card is the highest card in the deck, so thank you for drawing it. It applies to everybody on the show. It is seeing the light of truth. Despite the darkest of clouds, there's still sun that comes through, right? You still see, you can still see even the darkest of clouds. So you know how every word out of your mouth is a prayer. This is why it's important for you to consider starting to write. And Lana, I'm talking to you too. And Marilyn, with your with your stories for your children, it applies to you where there's an energy behind every word that you write. Especially now, all this work that you've done on yourselves, there's a radiance that will come from that, and it will be inexplicable. And this is, again, for generations. How many thousands of years has the sun shone? How many tens of thousands of years has it shone? How many hundreds of thousands of years will it still continue to shine? This is why it's important for this energy to be put into the work that you do, but it includes the writing. And anywhere where you're telling yourself you can't write or you're not a good writer, are you willing to just let go of that? Cancel, clear, delete. I never wrote before. I'd never written a book. Just do it anyway. Okay. All right, Abby. All right. How are you doing with raising your prices on your wreaths? So everyone, Abby makes the most incredible wreaths. It's Wreath It by Abby on Facebook. WREATH. Wreath It by Abby. She doesn't just make the wreaths, it's what she puts into the wreaths that you can actually feel when you receive them. It's really joyous. You're not doing it for reward, but are you willing to expand your deservedness of a reward? You work in the yard all day, you come in for a nice cool lemonade. That's a reward. Or you could just view it as hydration. But it's like give yourself these small rewards. set some more goals to go. When I finish this, I'm going to the beach. We're going to have a piece of chocolate cake. You know, whatever that reward is, it's like knowing you deserve it. This is all you deserve. You deserve it. And the joy that people get when they get that wreath, like Lana, I know a lot of people on the show have ordered your wreaths. How do you feel about, like, they're beautiful. It's joyous, and what price can you put on that, right? That energy and joy goes back to you. Come on, bring it more. Come on, bring it in. Be more open to that joy. Be more open to that reward. I deserve reward. That's really good for you too, Kenneth.
She says that she raised all the prices on their wreaths by $5 to start. She raised all the prices on all by $5.
Okay, so you raised all the prices by $5. Pretty good. Lana, you got a wreath. You said your wreaths are awesome. Would you pay $10 more than what you paid for it? I'm just stretching you here, Abby. $5 is really good. But just sit with it. It's not about it's about understanding what these wreaths do for people and the blessing on them. And then when people hang them on their front door, the blessing it brings to the guests of those people when they come to the door, the blessing that it puts on the house.
Abby wants to know if you'll be her manager.
Abby wants to know if you want to know if I'll be your manager. Oh yeah, we're gonna rock and roll. So anywhere where any of us are doing work of service, how can we up that service? Not just simply the reward, but understanding what it is that we do and how it really helps people. Okay, and then we have Edna. Synergy, 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 synergy. Boom. Everything falling into place. Focus on what you love. Be free of focusing on what you don't like. Because when you focus on what you dislike, more energy is given to that. Because remember, our brain is wired for survival. To watch out for the saber-toothed tigers, to not get stepped on or eaten by a Tyrannosaurus Rex, that type of thing. So our minds are geared more toward the negative. And so it takes a little bit of effort to really focus on the positive. And look at your blessing. Kenan says to me every day, when he catches me saying, I have to go to work. No, Dad, you get to go to work. I've got to go to the store. Oh, no. You get to go to the store. You get to. I get to have a job. I get to live. Because only then are more blessings stacked up for you. This is things coming together for you spiritually. So I went to this conference 2 weeks ago, the Conscious Life Conference, and there were hundreds and hundreds of vendors, all with differing philosophies. If I had spent my time trying to merge all those philosophies, I probably wouldn't have gotten home. I probably would have lost my mind, driven into the ocean. This is about you synergistically weaving together your own truth and knowing that you're okay with that, being free of the need, and I know you are, of forcing not, excuse me, not forcing that belief on anyone, but the need to share it, you know, for what's beneficial for you. That never ever works. Like network marketing, right? And there's some great network marketing products. I use them, but I personally am not congruent with sharing that. I will share it with others that really do need it. If there's something medical or some knowledge that may help, yeah, I can do that. But this is more about synergistically everything coming together for you.
She says she used to dream of T-Rex chasing her.
You used to dream of T-Rex chasing you? That may not have been a dream, my dear. As old a soul as you are. Okay. All right, Lindsay. Thanks for being here. Oh, my dear Lindsay. All right. And you know what, Lindsay? You've got the Devil's Play card. It's not that serious. You know, I don't know if you heard about Luke and Laura, but Laura had just graduated like high school, and she fell in love with Luke, but Luke like was involved in like the mafia, and he'd been involved with this other woman who was really a snake, and they really what I'm describing is General Hospital from like 30 years ago. Luke and Laura. It's a soap opera. Some of you older, you know, people that are like my age, you'll know what I'm talking about with General Hospital. But anyway, my point is, it's not that serious. Like it's the ability, Lindsay, to detach a little bit emotionally. Because I mean, my mom, I would go visit, and she would be talking about Luke and Laura and what was going on with them, and I thought they were the neighbors. And like, no, it's a soap opera. This is like being able to step back and going, oh, wait a minute, whoa. I'm not getting involved in this soap opera. These are characters. Some people come into our lives to literally entertain us with their dramas. And it's just a matter of detaching and putting the TV on pause and going to get a piece of cake. You hear that, Abby? That's the reward, right? This is like detaching from other people's drama, and you've got to do this, and you have to do this, and you've got to accomplish this. It's like, what happens if that all happens with ease, Lindsay? And letting go of the belief and worry that Luke is somehow going to have to get out of that mafia in order for him and Laura to get together. Okay. Sam Sharma, welcome to the show. Thank you.
Yeah, he's curious about his career. Specifically, he wants to be the best entrepreneur in the world.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Sam. So tell me, you don't have to answer this, but what does the best entrepreneur in the world look like? What does that mean? Because if it means to have connections and friends, awesome. If it means money, If it means success, well, what does that mean? How is that going to make you feel? This is the word, this is the courage card. And this is letting go of all of the fear of failure. Because if you're following the rah, rah, ree, kick him in the knee, and the entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs sharing their secrets, it's not bad or wrong, but it's not you. This is courage. You're in this entrepreneurship in order to pull up your own courage, create your own story, letting go of trying to follow someone else, because a lot of times that can be like, I don't know if any of you remember Jim Jones, the religious cult leader that had everybody drink poisonous Kool-Aid. It's not congruent with you. You become congruent with you first, and actually who you are, then success comes. But success comes from inside, not outside. Not recognition, not money. It comes from here outward first. And this is where it's calling upon you to really step into absolute courage, because you do have the courage. Move forward and be free of me telling you you're going to be successful or you're not going to be successful. It's not up to me. This is completely up to you. This is your game. You make the rules. Have that courage. That is the bottom line here. You have it. Move with it. Okay.
There's another new person, Vicky, who wants to know about her love life.
Hey, Vicky. Okay.
Lindsay was saying too that she's been feeling like she's been in a bubble.
Okay, Vicky. This is the trust card, Vicky. You trust that if love is a bridge and all of the bridges that you've crossed have had holes in them or have collapsed, you're going to likely not trust bridges. Or you're going to have a fear of bridges. So are you willing to let go of all fear around the past relationships? Because your brain, the number one job of the brain is to protect you. And your brain bases the present on past experiences. And if we haven't had really good experiences with past love or relationships, then the candle's going to go out. Right? It's like when you look at this card and there's these candles here, this is what pops out to me. Be free of being the candle in the wind. You know what? Bring the candle inside in a protected area. Be free of just putting it out there, because it'll continue to, your fire will continue to get snuffed. This is about taking care of you first. Absolutely loving yourself, being free of the need for any love to come from the outside in order for you to love yourself. This is loving yourself first, really strong, really good, then that attracts love. So 6 months. Okay, and then we have Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Nine of Wands, integrity. Foundation. This is... Okay, so the three little pigs. House of straw, house of wood, house of bricks. The little pig with the house of bricks took longer on his foundation, took longer with the bricks, took longer with building his house, but when the wolf came, couldn't blow it down. And I'll go into, like with Sam too, it's like most people give up in laying the foundation because it's too much work, or it's too hard, or there's too much to do. That's why the little pig with the straw house, yeah, it was quick and fast, but it blew down. This is with you, Jeff. You're really building a foundation. Build the foundation. Use the legal means to do that. Get all the paperwork done and laid out. And this is going to happen. Like make a note. This is what's going to happen. But this is my goal. This is my money goal. This is what I'm going to be making. This is what it's going to cost. This is the Excel spreadsheet. This is cost, profit. Cost, profit. Way up there. With any building, you've got to build a really strong, good foundation. Put the work into it. You have been. But make it more real. Get it on paper. Get it written out. Get a very firm layout of that foundation. It's going to take a little work, but it will happen. Okay, my dear Laurel, happy Sunday. You know what? I think this is my favorite word, Laurel. Equilibrium. So I knew this twin. She had a twin sister, and the mother would give him a candy bar. They would share one candy bar. And Laurel, she would say to the one of the girls, one divides, the other decides. So the one that divided was like really careful that it was exactly down the middle. And so, because she knew that her sister would decide which side of the candy bar to take. So this is you stepping into the big and knowing that you deserve that piece, that slice of life. So think of it this way, Laurel. You're invited, you and your friends have pizza, right? You order pizza, and you open the box lid, and there's like one giant sliced piece, like it's a quarter of the pizza. And then the other, somehow they screwed up on how a very challenged pizza slicer sliced that pizza. So, are you willing to just reach for the biggest piece? What is that? How does that feel? I think all of us on the show would go, whoa. No, I wouldn't reach for the biggest pizza. This is... It's your house. These are your guests, and you paid for the pizza. Reach for the biggest piece of pizza. Reach for the bigger. You serve no one by being small. There's still enough pizza to go around. And it's that deserving, that equilibrium. And the equilibrium, your twin, is the universe. Okay? So when you think about one divides and the other decides, it's about taking, because it's all there for you. How vast is the universe? How vast are these opportunities? They're endless. Claim it. Claim it. Because why settle for a little small Kit Kat when you can go for the giant size Snickers? This is the Snickers coming through. This is the but this is equilibrium. It's and this goes with you too, Jeff. It's like think bigger. That's it. And claiming it. Okay. Jared and Kat. Awesome. Dr. J. Release the Kraken. I love that movie. It's this. The Kraken is a mythical creature that is an incredible piece of creation. Yes, it's mythical, but maybe it isn't. My point is, passion. This is Jared. Release the passion. Oh no, not in our society. That's very improper. Oh no, shouldn't do that. We don't live in Britain in the 17th century. This is being bigger. So we were talking about Laurel. This is every one of us on the show. Bigger. Release the passion. When you look at the wealthy, when you look at the successful, they release the passion and they have no apologies. There's no need for apologies. We're here to release the passion. Jared, Laurel, Jeff, Vicky, Sam, Lindsay, Edna, Marilyn, Abby, Tiffany, Marilyn Pitts, Sonia, release the passion. Release it. Go big. Universe, show me how to think bigger. Laurel, your new motto. Universe, show me bigger. Show me bigger. Universe, I step into bigger. Show me. Oh, Kit Kat. Speaking of cat. All right, cat. We've got the Priestess card. Oh boy. Okay. So I was raised in Montana. We had this one lake was so incredibly beautiful, crystal clear. And we jumped in it the first time and came out and we were covered in leeches. It was really, really horrifying. Now, leeches have when they latch on, there's like a numbing thing, like almost a mosquito. You don't even know that they're there unless somebody points them out to you. So, Kat, most people define their spirituality by how many hoops they're jumping through according to the church or according to the pastor, or how many sacrifices they make, how holy they appear. Okay. I'm getting a hairball. I don't know how to say this, Cat, but you've got a lot of those women around you. They're terrible judgers. It's almost like the Reformation. What do they call that? The Inquisition. Ugh. Run, cat, run. Be free of being around that mentality. You are spiritual. Your light upsets their demons. I don't know if you've all heard that expression before, where your spiritual light, as you become more clear, more who you are, it threatens other people's demons or things that they've hidden. And they think that, well, they know that you see them and that's a threat to them. So clear yourself of that. Well, that's clearing for you. It's actually happening already. Okay.
Last but not least is this new person, Guru N, who wants to know if this Shreya person misses him or her. I don't know.
So Guru, this is called the negativity card. So where one door closes, another one opens. But if you keep standing at the door waiting for it to open, it never will. And you miss the other opportunities. This is more opportunities coming to you and for you, but leave that locked door. Okay? All right. Do we have everybody tonight?
That's everybody. Great show.
All right. We'll do this again tomorrow night. Thank you so much all for being here. Great blessings to you. Love you all.